In this video, we're taking a first look at this, the Xtone Pro guitar and audio interface from Xsonic. Let's go. Hi, my name is Pete and welcome to Studio Live today, where my goal is to help you create, record and release your best music. And if you are a guitarist, this device is something you're going to want to hang around and learn more about, because this is possibly the coolest guitar interface I have ever come across. And we're going to take a look at it right now. Now, clearly I have already taken this baby out of the box and had a bit of a play, but what I'm going to do is put it back so that I can actually show you everything that's included. And while I do that, I'll let you know a little bit about what this can do and what my experience has been with it so far. And then in future videos, I will actually show you how it all functions. But in this one, it's just going to be a bit of a guided tour around the Xtone Pro and what it can do. So we've traveled back in time to where I first received this, and a big thanks to the folks at Xsonic who sent me this version to review and to show you here today. So let's jump in and take a look. Here we go. We've got our quick start guide there for the Xtone Pro. Now there are other models of the Xtone. I'll show you and talk about those a bit later. This is the Pro model. Along the side here, we have our box O cables. I'll show you those in a moment because they're pretty cool. You get everything you need to connect up to a bunch of devices, and you get this really nice travel bag, because you'll have noticed that the form factor of this one is a stomp box form factor. So it's very different from your standard desktop audio interfaces, which means you're going to probably want to take this on the go with you. That's definitely what it's designed for. Super rugged aluminium construction, built like a tank. You know I love stuff that's built like a tank. And yeah, just all around nice metallic clicky switches, a lot of good stuff here. Let's jump in and take a look at some of the other stuff that we get in here. A couple of things included in here. You do get a redeem code for a version of Bias FX there, and you get this very cool and stylish Xsonic sticker that's definitely going on one of my guitar cases for sure. But you may know that I am a practical kind of guy, so the most important thing is what's included in here, because we've got an array of cables, including that one, that actually come with this. So if you're using this with a Mac or a PC, you can plug it in via your standard USB A to B cable. That's cool. That's included in the box, a nice long one too. We also get this, which is a USB to USB-C adapter. That's cool if you're using your iPad Pro or you're using an Android smartphone. If you can use some of the apps on there, or a more modern PC that uses USB-C, you can use that. And you do also get a Lightning to USB adapter. Now, I have talked in the past that I prefer to use a genuine Apple Lightning to USB adapter, so I would still recommend that you get yourself a genuine version if you're plugging into your iPad or your iPhone with a Lightning connector, or use a powered USB hub is another great way. There's another video linked up there and in the description if you want to learn more about connecting gear like this to your iPhone or your iPad. So that's all pretty cool that we get everything we need right here in the box. Let's clear some space now, remove the rest of the packaging, and let's dive in and take a look at what this can actually do and some of the features of the Xtone Pro. So the most simple explanation of this device is that it's a guitar and microphone interface. So similar to a Focusrite or Steinberg or Behringer audio interface, you can plug in your guitars, you can plug in your microphones, and then you can record them using USB to your Mac, your PC, your iPhone, or your iPad with all those included cables. But this does a whole lot more than just that, which is what we're going to cover now. And what is different is probably pretty obvious when you take a look at some of the things on the front here. We have all of these switches, and yes, as you can see, it's a smart stomp. So these switches can be assigned to MIDI functions, so that when you're using guitar or even vocal apps on your iPhone, iPad, or your Mac or your PC, you can actually use these to assign different things. So you can assign different stomp boxes or guitar pedals in different entire amp configurations, and then at the touch of a button or the kick of a switch, you can actually change it up on the fly. It's pretty darn cool, and I'll be demonstrating that in a future video. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I recommend doing that now. But don't let the fact that you have these additional functions fool you. This is still a super capable audio interface. As you saw before, on this side we have the input for a 1/4 inch, as well as a combo jack there for either XLR or a TRS 1/4 inch. We've got another 1/4 inch for an expression pedal. So yes, you can plug in and change your volume and control your wah and other things there. If we flip it around here, you've got balanced TRS, right and left output. So they can go out to your mixers, your PAs, your other devices, and you know it's dedicated for guitars because we've got XLR output as well. So that makes it super flexible going out to things like amps and other audio gear. Coming around to the top here, yes, we've got MIDI in and out. So, yep, you've got your MIDI in and out. If you've got your standard 5-pin DIN MIDI connections there, your USB connection, you can power it via USB, or you've got a separate 9-volt power supply jack there, your power switch, and a headphone jack here. So a 3.5mm headphone jack to plug in and monitor your audio. Speaking of monitoring, we do have the ability to do latency-free monitoring. So that makes it super good for recording, again, microphones and guitars. We've also got 48 volts of phantom power. So this runs a condenser microphone really well. I tried it out this morning, works great on my large diaphragm condensers. You've also got volume control here that controls your output volume, and a gain dial here for dialing in that all-important input gain. So there's plenty of options on here. Again, very full featured. And in terms of audio quality and specs, well, yep, once again, this packs a punch. Up to 192 kilohertz, 24-bit sample rate, you're going to get some high quality audio from your guitars and your microphones through the Xtone Pro. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, there are different models of the Xtone for different use cases. This is the one with the 2 channels of input, has the microphone and the mic preamp built in there, as well as all the guitar processing effects. So this is definitely the Pro model. If you're looking for something a little more budget friendly, check out the links down in the description where I've got this one, as well as the other options that you can check out. They're all available, and there's links of where you can check them out down in the description. So in my opinion, the Xtone Pro could be a great choice, especially if guitar comes first for you and everything else comes second. But don't be fooled, just because it's got all of these cool guitar options, it is still a very capable audio interface as well. Once again, check out the links down below. There'll be some future videos. If you're already in the future, you'll be able to see them linked there and there. And we'll be back to check this one out and put it through its paces with some guitars and vocals in a future video.